Hello everyone. So we shall look at the three different types of intermediate code generation. So I already discussed the two different forms, linear and tree form. In this video, we will discuss the other representations. Where the one is quadruple, second one is triple, and third one is indirect triple. So I will explain this three representation with the help of example. So I take an example. In this particular example, there is only one line of code present. The code is minus p plus q into multiplication r plus s plus p plus q plus r. So in this example, p, q, r, s are four operand. It is four operand. And plus and multiplication are the two operators. So remember that these two are operators and PQRS are operand. So first I have to convert this line of code into three address code representation. For this purpose, I have to use temporary variables. And for converting into three address code, I remember that I will only use maximum three different variables at a time. So first is t1 is equal to p plus q. So first I have to convert this part, p plus q. So temporary variable t1 hold p plus q operation. Then in the next line, t2 is equal to minus of t1. Then after that, I will add subtraction symbol. So subtraction is also an operator. Subtraction symbol to the temporary variable t1. Okay. Third temporary variable contain r plus s operation. Then t4 is t2 into t3. What is t2? t2 is minus t1. Minus t1 is minus p plus q into t3. t3 is r plus s. Understood? Then t5 is equal to p plus q. It is t5. And t6 is equal to t5 plus r. So p plus q plus r is nothing but t6. And finally, the last is t7. t7 is t4 plus t6. What is t4? t2 into t3. So t2 is this part and t3 is this part. And t6 is t5 plus r. So we will get the final as a t7 is equal to t4 plus t6. So all these seven lines are nothing but three address code for this line of code. Okay. Now these seven lines will represent seven different instructions in the quadruples, triples, and indirect triples. So if there are 7 or if there are 10 lines of three address code, then you have to use 10 different instructions for quadruples as well as triples as well as indirect triples. Okay. So let's see the quadruples first. In quadruples, we use four different memory locations for the three address code. First is the operator part, second is operand 1, operand 2, and finally the result part. So every operand, operator, and result is separated in a different memory locations. Okay, so there are total 7 instructions. First instruction is nothing but adding p and q. So p will placed in operand 1, q is placed in operand 2, and we have to add this to operand. So operator used here is addition operator. And the result will be stored in temporary variable t1. So I have just write down these instructions, whatever the instructions are present in the three address code in this quadruple. Okay. Operator will contain the different operators, plus, minus, and multiplication, and the operand and 1 and operand 2 contain the different operators. And finally, the result will be stored in the temporary variables. So different temporary variables are t1, t2, t3, t4, t5, t6, and t7. So it is easy to represent the three address code in quadruples. So first we have to see the advantage. What is the advantage of quadruples? The advantage of quadruples is the different statements or the different instructions can be moved around. Means you can perform either operation 1 first, or either instruction 5 or instruction 2. Any instruction you can perform first. So instructions can be moved around in quadruples. And what is the disadvantage of quadruple? Disadvantage is too much space is wasted. So here space is constrained. Space is the main criteria, main culprit, which is wasted in quadruples. Okay, let's see the triple. So the direct second representation of 3 address code is triple. In triple, we have used only 3 memory locations. One is used for operator and the 2 other used for operand 1 and operand 2. So what about the result? The result is not used in triples. So definitely here space is saved, but the disadvantage is you cannot move the instructions. You cannot perform the one instructions well ahead to the instruction which are present earlier. What I mean to say, instruction 1 is performed first, then after instruction 2, then instruction 3. So instruction will be carried out in sequence manner and it cannot be moved around. Okay, so operator will contain the different operators, plus, minus, multiplication, and the operand contains the different operators like P, Q, R, S, the operand. And let's say you perform some operations. P plus Q is the first operation and it is stored in temporary variable T1. So here in this triple representation, I will not use the temporary variable T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6, T7. I will use the instruction number. So instruction number 1. So the first instruction carried out P plus Q and it is represented here in operand 1. Okay, so subtraction symbol is used before the instruction 1. Okay, it means P plus Q and then minus. Similarly, third operation is R plus S and fourth operation is instruction 2 and then instruction 3 will be multiplied. So I think you got the point. Here instruction number is used in place of the temporary variable. Okay. Now in indirect triple, we are not using either operator or operand or result as a memory location. We are using only the instruction number, and the instruction number is pointed to the is pointing to the triple locations where the operations are performed. For example, here Roman number 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th are used for the instruction number, and this 1, 2, 3 represent the operations. So Roman number 1st correspond to the instruction number 1st, and it is operated in this memory location. Okay. Similarly, this will point to the 2nd, this will point to the 3rd, this will 4th, this will 5th, and it is pointed to 6th, and it is finally pointed to the 7th. So here triple and indirect triple, I can save this space. Okay, so space is definitely saved. It is the advantage part. In triple, I cannot move the instructions one around, but in indirect triple, I can move the instructions. I can perform the instruction number 4 first, and then after some other instructions. Okay, so that's all about the quadruples, triple and indirect triple part. Okay, in the next video we will see some other concepts related to compiler design.